Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jupiter James, where I awaken the astrologer within you. You know, I really do feel that before a time of iPhones and iPads, we are a people that were better able to interpret the language of the stars. That way we were able to use that language to understand exactly what the universe wanted from us. And it is with that language that we were able to read our birth charts and understand what we could do with ourselves and where we can go and what we could do and the best way we could use our energy. And so I'm just here to remind you of the innate gifts you already have within yourself. That way when you see these traits and these things happen and play out in the world, we're better able to recognize them. So if that sounds good to you, let's get into it. So today we're gonna get into Jupiter in the 9th house. Jupiter in the 9th house is gonna give me someone that, you know, is probably very spiritual and very travel oriented and a wanderlust, and finds very much luck and abundance when they are on travels and away out on trips and vacations and whatnot. But before we unlock those secrets, before we really dive deep and unpack those aspects and those traits, let's go ahead and separate the aspects. That way when we see these traits play out in the world, we're better able to go, oh my god, okay, that's giving 9th house energy, okay, that's giving Jupiter energy. You see? So let's do it. With Jupiter in the birth chart for me is always going to indicate the luck and the abundance of the person. It's going to show me wherever Jupiter is placed in and pointing to, it's going to show me where, when this person does that thing, they get luck and expansion. They find themselves out of a tough situation. They get joy from that. They get love and abundance from that, you know? So with that, this could also be a placement of joy and exuberance and fun. Jupiter is a very positive planet. Remember, wherever you see Jupiter, it's just positivity. Nothing bad ever comes from Jupiter. Ever, you know? Well, I won't say ever, but those are really, generally, it's a very positive planet. It is. Generally, 99% of the time, it is a positive planet. Now, this also shows me, they say that Jupiter in a woman's chart is your marriage partner. So wherever Jupiter is placed, this is where the person can find love, or their partner or their marriage partner, if you're a woman. But with Jupiter in the 9th house. Now, with 9th house is going to be ruled by Jupiter. So remember that. This is Jupiter is at home in this placement, okay? So when Jupiter comes to home, there's some lucky bingo thing, a jackpot hits, you know? It's like ding, 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 ding. In the universe, it goes ding, 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 ding. It's like it comes home. But the 9th house is ruled by Sag, which therefore is ruled by Jupiter. No matter what your sign that is coloring your 9th house may be, the original ruler of the 9th house will be Jupiter and Sagittarius. Now, with this house gives the themes of God, it gives the theme of your traveling, it gives the theme of your father, it gives the theme of your education and your higher learning and your luck in the chart. You know, this is the lucky house. This is the lucky house. This is Jupiter's home in the 9th house. And so this aligns with the themes of Jupiter, you know, luck and God and teaching and preaching and spirituality. Jupiter takes on a spiritual form in this house, and this is the luck and the travel and the expansive qualities of Jupiter in this house. This house is that theme, those themes that I just mentioned, and the house of your father and learning. So let's get into it. What happens when Jupiter comes home to the 9th house? This means that this person is going to be very blessed. They are going to be very lucky. This person is going to be extremely lucky and extremely expansive. They are always going to want more from their life. They're always going to be someone that sees a higher vision and a bigger purpose for their life and where they want it to go. They are not going to be someone that wants to be tied down or wants to be controlled or wants to keep things. They're never gonna strive for complacency. The minute they get complacent, it's like, okay, what is the next mountain that I can climb? What is the next venture that I can go forth on? And what can I do in this life? What they want adventure. They're going to be very blessed by thinking like that and taking the adventure that is on their heart and in their soul. They are going to be very connected to God, very spiritual people, very, and it is with that, with Jupiter being in the house of Sagittarius in its original sign, well, in its original house, sorry, this means that this person's probably going to be very preachy and teachy. This person's probably going to want to be like a pastor or a motivational speaker or someone that just spreads the philosophies and the truths that they've learned over the course of their life. This person could probably also get a lot of their philosophies from their father, whether it be in the way that they moved or carried themselves or just downright in their teachings. They probably want to emulate what their father taught them or showed them in some form or aspect. They're going to follow in those footsteps. This person probably will find their partner overseas, like if they go on a traveling overseas somewhere or in a country that is not their own. This person probably gets luck and abundance from people who don't look like them, from other races and other creeds and other cultures. This person is probably really good with other people who are of different walks of life. So, and they find expansion from that. They find expansion from other people that are not from where they are from. They will probably find that by moving away from their hometown, by moving away from their home country, they get luckier. The further this person moves away from home, the luckier they become. Which is almost kind of like, oh, but I gotta leave my family. If you really want to take your life to the highest of heights, the further you move away from home, the luckier you will be. And I want you to test it. I want you to tell me right now that when you travel, don't people look at you a certain way? I know that when you are on your travels and you are on vacation, people look at you a certain way. You probably have a certain look about you that's very international and very just like transient, that people are like, wow, you just get along with all walks of life. Like, how do you do it? Like, I stick to the rivers and the lakes that I'm used to, and like, I can barely get along with the people that I grew up with. But you get along with people who don't even speak the same language as you for some reason. Like, what is that quality that you have? And that's Jupiter in the 9th house. You are going to be a very, very global type of personality. You're going to be a your personality casts a wide net where it crosses language barriers. It doesn't matter what color you are, what race you come from. You are going to be someone that shatters language barriers and shadows cultural barriers as far as connection goes. You know, it's not your connecting forces in that area are not going to have any bounds, and it's only going to actually make you more expansive. So yeah, that's amazing. So if this rings true for you, write down in the comments below if when you travel you get lucky, or by traveling you become more wise, or you have a father that probably has taught you a lot of things, or your father's a pastor, or your father has given you a lot of philosophies in this life, and by which you now take on a very spiritual, you're very, very spiritual. Are you very spiritual? Are you very blessed? Write down in the comments right now if this is ringing true for you. And while you're doing that, tell me the sign that your Jupiter in the 9th house is, and I will then be able to zoom in and tell you exactly how this could play out for you, okay? But yeah, this is amazing. Like, this is a very blessed placement. You will always land on your feet. You're gonna be someone that is very expansive by moving away from home. You are going to get luckier and luckier. I would say take that trip that you always wanted to take. Go to that place that you've always wanted to go to. When you go to these places, listen, I'm not giving advice, but I am giving advice. Don't go to the touristy places, okay? I want you to go to the places that the locals go. I want you to make friends with the locals and tell them, of course, go with friends, you and some other people or a lot of people. Tell them, don't take me to Times Square. Take me to the place that the people that live here go to. I don't want to go to the mass-produced Eiffel Tower. Take me to the place that the locals hang out at night. Take me to the local bar that the people that aren't tourists go to, and that is where you'll probably find love. That's where you'll find your next avenue. That's where you'll find your next expansive route. Okay, that's where you'll find luck and expansion in your life. So that was my video, you guys. If that helped you, like, subscribe, but I will see y'all in the next one. All right, bye.